Hey guys, how's it going? Quicksilver here. Just gonna follow on from where we were yesterday. My plan today is to work on the destroyer ship. What I want is for players to be able to move a helicopter from in here and to be able to slide it out to the deck and also to go the other way as well. Slide it into the storage bay here, the little helicopter bay. It's going to take a bit of work. I'm not sure of all the steps that we'll need to do to get there, but I'm confident we can make good progress today. It's just a bit of like a side task um, to not look at AI for a bit, because if I look at things, after scripting for a number of years for the Arma, if I looked at one thing for too long, like a week or two, I get burned out pretty fast. So in order to keep going, I have to work on little side jobs as well, like this, as like a to clear my head and work on other stuff. Yeah, so where to begin? I guess I'll spawn in and we'll just go over what we want. So I want this to move, obviously, like when the door's not there, through there. And end up roughly here. It's pretty close, like, I don't know why they designed it, this catwalk up here. If you look, like, the rotors come pretty close to the walkway here, which is a bit of a nuisance for, like, damage handling. And I'm like, it's right on the center line too, so it's a bit frustrating that it's over the walkway, unless they had plans for, like, a different helicopter. But, like, this is, in vanilla Arma, this is sort of the one that people would use, so I don't know, whatever. So we need to start by getting some information. Like we need I need the name of the ship, so actually I'll just set some names for it. So go ship, we go name this helicopter, Heli-1, name the one that's inside as well. What I'm trying to do is get position data and direction data. So I need like the position of the ship, and then I also need the relative position of both these helicopters to know where we want our retract and deploy mechanism to go from. Like we need these 2 points. So that's just why I'm naming some of these assets. There's a way like some of these Eden commands, Eden editor commands. Let's see if I can bang one out. So I'll select the ship and go Chester, get 3 selected, object, I think, and it'll create an array. Yes, that's okay. So I can use like, let's see if I can bang it out in debug console. Create an array. These are little for each. What do we want to do? We want to add some data. So I need I don't need the position of it. I need like actually it's hard to work in debug console, sorry. We'll do some stuff in Notepad so I can read what I'm doing. This is our selection. Create an array. So I'm just trying to get some position data. Like I need the position and orientation of the helicopters relative to the ship. So the ship's like the reference point, and I need where in relation to the reference point is this point and that point. That's what we're doing right now. It's pretty straightforward when you know the commands to use. So I'm not too worried. So array pushback type of X. Make sure it's the helicopter. And then it's like I have to use ASL like at sea level position for this system, so I can't usually use like get pause world, but I need get pause ASL. So ship world to model get pause ASL X. I think that's it. We can use the orientation. We can get the orientation of the ship in real time, like when we're actuating the retract and deploy mechanism. So we don't need the orientation. We just need the reference point. So I think it's just this. And then we'll copy it to clipboard. So we'll see what we got here. So I'll select the two helicopters, execute that, and then what do we have in our clipboard? Ah, great, just as array, huh? It's because the ship, this isn't a variable yet. I think we need to actually like, that's frustrating. So this isn't a variable yet, this QS ship thing. I wonder why. How can we get the ship object then? Need to, like we'll need to spawn in, but then it's not get Eden selected. Can we name it? Like why are we struggling with this? We'll look at our functions library, because it's like it'll be in here somewhere for like spawning the ship. Carrier O1 init, and then this should have a variable name somewhere, I think. If I can find it. Carrier base. What is carrier base called? Carrier base. Eden init. Nothing in there. Carrier O1 init. Why? Okay, so this is executed on the base object. Okay, well we'll just do it a different way then. Heli1 and Heli2. QS Heli1, QS Heli2. So we'll spawn in, and once we spawn in, now we'll have the variable names. So instead of getting selected objects, we'll just go Heli1, Heli2, and this should work. Okay. Yes. So these are the relative positions we need. Just drag that out. I think I don't know which one's which. X, Y, 42 forward. I think this one's the further out one, and then this one's closer in. Yeah, Heli 2's inside. I'm an idiot, that's all. Okay, so I'll outside pause is this. And then inside pause is that. So those are our key points, and to map those onto the world now is like what's the code? It's like QS ship model to world. And then it's just like that. World pause 1, and then world pause 2 is like this. So these are 2 positions. And I have a little test script here which we can use. We'll go back to the editor, we'll get rid of one of these helicopters now that it's served our purpose. Get rid of that one. Name this one like just QS Heli. Then we'll spawn back in. I should like open these hangar doors. We're gonna have to do some stuff too. Like we don't want players able to like deploy the helicopter when the doors are closed. And when the helicopter is being deployed, we don't want people to be able to close the doors. So there's some work to do later for that. But for now, we can focus on the core mechanics of it. So, what do we want? That's there. So I have a little block here. We're going to be using this like set velocity transformation function. It's really good. It like does exactly what it says. It moves an object smoothly between 2 points. So that's this is the function here that we're going to be using. Really handy one. I've tried to use it for other things, but it doesn't look great in multiplayer. Yeah. So some work to do as well, like there's just a bit of work to do for this. To make it as smooth as possible. I didn't even think about using linear conversion here. T1 and T2, and then the time between T1 and T2 here. I wonder what linear conversion. I know what it does. It's just how useful is it? I guess we'll see. Just gonna use set velocity transformation for now, though. So what we'll do is we'll drag our positions into this little block here. And we'll move the helicopter between these 2 points. Hopefully we'll see some something good here. I've done stuff like this before, so like I was doing a little like a few weeks ago with the helicopter landing stuff. I know what to expect here. Or that that works too. Yes, Arma. Okay, we'll try that again. Go, disallow damage false. And also us while we're at it. Okay, we're already good. Okay, let us try that again. Now these hangar doors, man, this is gonna get a... I gotta script the hangar doors to open so I don't harm myself with frustration. Okay, here we go. Wish us luck. Yeah, so this is... Wow, that's... So it's like, it does clip through a little bit, like, it's not perfect. So that is roughly what we're gonna have. So, like, that's why I started this project, so I knew it wasn't gonna be too hard. And then coming out, we just adjust the start and end points. And we should get some nice movement. So it's gonna happen like this. Why is it doing that? There's a bit of weird stuff going on at the ends. Vector QS ship. We'll change the vectoring to the ship. No, that's not right. So the ship model object is obviously like reversed. It's a bit of a pain. I mean, I don't mind if it goes in this way. I just think it's like, is it clipping into the roof as well? Like, what sort of helicopter do they expect people to put in here? The Hellcat? Is that what they expect? Like, I know a Hellcat is like it's like a Lynx, which is like used in navies, but you'd expect this thing to hold like a Ghost Hawk or vanilla Arma. Um, is this what they're expecting? Like a real low helicopter? When they like just sits there real low? Could be that. But we want the Ghost Hawk. So we're gonna use this even though everything like even though it clips in on places. Vector ship. Obviously not right. But it's okay for now. I don't care, like, it's just backwards for a minute. I mean, I guess I can go, like, set der, get der, QS ship, and then just go vector QS heli. So I can just set the direction. It's even reversed, okay. So what do we got? We got a minus 180. Gotta do that dumb stuff. And why is it like bouncing? It does that, like bounces through the terrain a little bit. Okay, that's a bit strange. No, no, that's not what we want. I wish there was like another param that you could like execute a bit of code at the end. That'd be pretty neat. this is our little block, but why are we already seeing maybe if I just tweak these positions here to like, this is the Z, so maybe like 8.6. Maybe we want to like match the Z values here. So we'll do that slightly. We'll just do this a few times to see what happens. I like a. I don't want to do all that sleep stuff in the actual script, but to make it work, I want it just works. Okay, so now we're gliding above the model itself. That's good. Good. That looks better. I'm happy with that. And when it goes in forward, the tail rotor doesn't collide with like these pipes, which is nice. Not sure how far it's supposed to go in. It's only supposed to come. Like I'm guessing this is pretty good. You go a bit further, but I'd rather have more room over this side, like less room over here. Let's try using the same block and moving it out. This is the deployment. And that's okay. I'd be happy with this. There's another command I want to check out. It's tag delta time. It gives us like the delta time gives us the frame time, and in multiplayer you see like stuttering of things that are smooth in single player because of frame time. Like server tick is different from client tick. Like instead of like sleep, I could do like sleep die delta time. I can do something like that. That's obviously not right. But yeah. And what did we have for linear conversion here? We had I'm just looking at what we got here. So time. I'm looking at like the step interval of step velocity transformation and how we can make it like multiplayer compatible. And you need to do a bit more smoothing for this stuff. Each frame while changing the interval value. 10 seconds. So this like if we want it to take 10 seconds to get out of the hangar. That's something to look into as well. Like I could rewrite it in a per frame event. So like add mission event handler. So now we can't use sleep. So we'll have to like specify. We might use a per frame handler here. We may. But for now it works like this, so we'll just go with we'll go with that for a moment. There's other stuff we need too. Like I want to use this control box for the deployment. Like instead of it just happening, I want it to be on the wall right here. So I need to get what we're looking at here. System chester, object, params. What am I looking at? Interior 4. We'll just save this information for a moment. Control panel. So that's our object, that's our selection, and that's our distance. We'll also get just some general, so Land Destroyer 01, Interior 04F. We'll find that in our config browser. What was it? Land Destroyer 04, something like that. O1 Interior 04F. O2F, O3F, O4F. So here's our object. Trying to see, like, I want to get more info on that little control panel there. I'm looking at the user actions. So specifically, I want to see like the animation phases. Close hangar door. Here we go. So I just want to copy some of this information so I can read it. What else here? What is animation phase? Like, what I want to do, I want to attach like a user action to this panel right here. So we need to further identify it. So how do we identify? Does this have a selection? Like, I'm just trying to see if there's any like identifiable parts of this boat. Here we go, control box. Cool. This is what we want. Like what I'm trying to do is attach a user action to this control box. And we have found what we're looking for, so control box. So now we'll go to add action. So we'll come over to add action, and then what's this memory point thing? Object memory point, name selection. So I think this is what we want here. But I'm not entirely sure. So how do how do I do this? So we'll give it a name. We'll be like QS hanger equals cursor object. So we'll give this part of the ship a name. And then we'll go QS action equals QS hanger add action. What do we want to do? We want to make it like launch and retract. Is that it? What would you call it to like move the helicopter in and out? Move out helicopter. Roll out helicopter. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Launch. I like single word actions anyways. Script name, we'll just do something stupid for now, like system chat hello. No arguments. 100 priority. True. False. Nil. Condition. True. We don't necessarily want condition true. We want I'm not sure actually. We'll look at that later. Maybe 3. Can I if my back is to this action here, do I get it? I get it. I can use this control box even when I'm not facing it, but I'm sort of facing it. Oh no, never mind. So it is like just a radius check. And when it's closed, then it changes to open. Okay. So it's just a radius check. What is the radius check? I'm just looking in the top right now to see. So I get the action at 1.35 roughly. So we'll say 2 for this. Now selection. Control box. What is this memory point thing? Not even sure what it is. Okay. So it's either or. So I don't actually need it. So let's see if just adding it works. So now if I come up here, do I have an action? No. Wonder why not. Why don't I have this action? So there's just like okay. QS hanger. Wonder if it's like simulation enabled. True, yeah, that's alright. What are we missing here? Maybe I'll just give it a bigger radius for a sec. Maybe actually I could probably go like to see if there are any actions attached there. There is one. I wonder what the control box is. It's got to be that thing there. There aren't 2 control boxes in here. I can do something else actually. I can do like draw 3D. And then a draw icon 3D thing. We're gonna find our control box. Just cause. What do we want? We want this one. We'll go. Oops. Draw icon 3D. And then we need the selection position command. So it's like it's just like, oh wow, that's a lot. They've changed this a lot actually. First point, wow. Oh my god, what have they done? Alright, so selection position has I have to like review this like at some point. I've not done a lot of changes here in the last few updates. Hello D. Is there like a visual selection position visual? Yeah, no. So we want to get, just trying to adjust this icon pause. So is it ASL or is it ASL or AGL? Position AGL. So QS hanger selection position control box. I have no idea what this is gonna do, but I hope it works. Okay, interesting. So where is our control box located? I'm so confused. There's apparently like a oh, okay, it's just like at null pause, okay. Wonder what to do about that. Selection position control box. Why is it doing this? Door 1 hinges, interior 4. What's this 00 thing? Double O. Nothing. Yeah, okay. It's gotta be like, there's gotta be something in. I'm not good with this stuff, like, chasing down, memory points. Destroyer 1, interior 4. Let's get some, memory point supply, okay, whatever that means. Not an animation sources. Okay, yeah, so there is a radius on it, 1.5. Condition. I wonder if that comes up with anything. Nah, it wouldn't. I'm just trying to find the position of the control box over here. Fortunately, nothing's coming up. I guess I can cheat it. Should I cheat this? It's not going anywhere. Like, it's always going to be in the same spot. Let's see if there's anything else in selection position that we can use. So return mode. I want some examples on all this stuff. What is all this stuff? First point. Selection position. It's not a hit point. It's like a memory. Selection position. And then what are my params? It's control box, memory, and then what do we want to return? First point. So control box, memory, first point. I don't know if that's right. First point, okay. I'll try bounding box if that doesn't work. Get rid of the text. Shrink our sizes a bit. Yeah, it's still coming up in the middle of nowhere. I wonder. Count. How many triggers are there? I wonder if they're using a trigger for it. 0 triggers. Okay, well, I'm stuffed. What's our other option? Bounding box? Memory, geometry. Is it geometry? I have no idea. Return mode's optional, so I'm just gonna leave it off. Nothing. What are the other options for selection names? Okay, interesting. Selection names. Selection names house. Copy 5 LODs. Okay. So we're gonna use this example from the wiki. Go just like car equals QS hanger. And then we'll dump what we found here. Interesting. Throw one trigger. So there's a lot more memory points than there are what should I think of all this stuff? We got a lot of stuff come up here, yeah? Door one trigger, pause, door hanger. I want to see where player set pause. I should just it should just come up. geometry, selection position. So we'll get our wiki example again. And we're going to do some work to this, So it's X, so it's in memory. And I want to get an associated position with it. Since selection names has an LOD, so we'll go memory. X, and then position, selection position X. Selection position X. And we'll see what we got here. It's probably all going to be like 0, 0, 0 high. Oh, interesting. No, they actually have positions. Okay. Very cool. So let's see where our stuff is. I got a bit of a cough, so trying not to breathe too much. This is our key point right here. So this is our key point. So I can take this and go QS hanger, model to world with that. Now I'm getting confident. And look at that. Well, you look at that. We found our control box on the ship. Model to world. QS hanger. We'll go model to world visual. QS hanger. Selection position. What code did we use? Selection position. Is this it? This is it, right? Yeah. One trigger. So is this our code for getting? Yes. Okay, we found it. So we found our control box. What do we want to do? First, let's look around the room to make sure. Where are we? To make sure there are no other like helicopter actuation control boxes. So what's on this one? Just electrical, huh? This is a good place as any, so we'll use this. Go back to add action, and it's not control box, it's actually this hanger one trigger thing, and it's 1.5 distance. So let's see what we can do here. So if I come up here, am I going to get my helicopter action? No. We'll try again. We'll do actually, it's not that, is it? It's... Oops. How do I get rid of all that? No. I want to do that again. And trim out all this junk from my clipboard. And maybe it's just this. Yes, there we go. Cool. So we have our launch action now. Should say hello world in chat. Or hello. Okay, we're getting progress. So what's next? So actually, should we do? Should we use variables? Or should we use like a more rudimentary check for the vehicle being outside? How should we do this? Not sure. First we'll see, we'll make sure it's working. So this is wrong. It's attached to a memory point, not a selection point. Good to know. So, hanger add action. And we'll swap out this system chat thing. And we'll drop in our script here. And world pause 1. Start pause, end pause. Private start pause is going to be outside. End pause will be inside. What I'm trying to do here is get it to like reverse, sort of. Like go in and out with a single action. Yeah, there's a lot more to this than would meet the eye. So if QS heli distance 2D world 1 pause is less than like 5, this will all have to change. Like this is just an early prototype. Distance world 1 pause is less than 5. So start pause. So this will be like our defaults. But if the helicopter is less than 5 meters from the other position, then we will reverse and do. We'll just reverse our start and end points. Just trying to make it actually like work visually for now. So it'll all change. I like this bit of code will change in the future. Just want to make it look like something's happening. Okay. So let's see. I walk up, launch, and our helicopter moves in. Sweet. And then it should reverse. Oops. Nope. Didn't reverse. Oh, it's like, yeah, okay. Stupid. That's what. So, I mean, she's rolling in well. It's nice. Reapply it. And now it should roll out. Nope. What am I doing wrong? Start pause. Heli distance 2D. Less than 10? I don't know. Why is this not working? Ah, is it because I'm... Maybe it's just this. Start pause, end pause. I'm happy with that. This should just work. So the heli will come in. It'll stop. Reapply it all. And out it goes. Yes, there we go. Alright, basic prototype is complete, I think. So we have our action on the wall on our control box. We have our action here to bring the helicopter in and out of our cargo bay. There's a lot of like conditions, like I want players to be able to land any helicopter here and it move in like that. So there's lots of work to be done, but this is a good step 0, whatever you want to call it. We need our selection all for select 0 animation phase. So we'll just get our animation phase of the doors. Animation phase. Here I want to open 0. So if I close the door. Now what does it show? 0 still. Why is that? Why is that? Animation phase. We'll copy this code and just see what happens. The nearest object. Just trying to get the open and close state of the hangar door. That's going to be obviously our first like condition. I have this in there, huh? So I need like player. So why is it doing that? Nearest objects 50 false. It should just be like that. That's returning 0. Okay. Because when we look, right here is like an interior, and then this is like a part of the hull. So maybe it does make sense to have this as the condition. So we go player. Let's open. Close it. Actually, we'll put this in. We'll put this in hint box just to see what it's doing. Always forget to put player there. I'll fix it here too. Okay, that's that. I'm just watching the hitbox now. Okay, that's that. Do you want to make sure that the door, that this closed door action won't work while this thing's being moved? So we need to get some more stuff as well, so. Action. Stir this. I'm trying to block this this action here. So this is the action we want to block when the vehicle is moving. We're just sort of gathering information right now as well. And we want to interrupt the movement if we detect this door moving at all. Mind you, it's easier just to do it at the panel here. So just block this action while the helicopter is moving. But how do we detect that the helicopter is being brought inside? It'll have to be like a variable state for like the start and end. I think. It's cool to watch though. See this actually work. What now? What now? There's a lot more to be done. I want to test out a bit of linear conversion stuff. We're gonna lift out this block of code for now. Drop it down here. We don't need our control box, like we found it. So I don't care about that draw 3D event. What I want to do is look at linear conversion. And then set velocity transformation as well. So we got inside a frame event interval. So how would this work? So we'd get like T1 and T2. Just steal a bit of code from up here. We'll go each frame for this one. And then we'll copy this, copy our interval code. Just to see what this does. So that's our value min2, max2, and clip. I don't use this command enough. I should definitely use this more. There's also this one, which is interesting as well for vectors. But for now, we'll just use this one. So set velocity transformation. Go start pause. Let's go world pause 1. World pause 2. And for our interval, we'll just drop in our linear conversion and just see what happens. Yeah, how about that? So it looks like it, when we use this, it takes, uh-oh. Yeah, how about that? So I gotta go like, I gotta do that. Hopefully this doesn't blow up the helicopter. I'm gonna wait till it's outside the ship before fixing it. I don't want to go back to the editor, so. Yes, this is Arma scripting right here. Watching helicopters float through ships. Alright, almost safe. Yeah, good enough. Alright, so we'll start that again, but I'm gonna watch what happens with the interval command. So I'm just watching the chat box. So it looks like when it gets to 1, we want to stop it. If interval greater than or equal to 1, exit with, I don't even need exit with, just like then Um, remove mission event handler. This event handler. So that should end it when it gets to 1. So we'll see what happens. This is a bit of discovery for me too. Like, I don't do stuff like this, so we learned some new stuff. And stop. Cool. So this is definitely better. This way with a per frame handler. You get a bit of distortion with the delta time, like the frame time. So I'm not sure how we'll handle that. I wonder what happens if we just do like plus delta time for there. Looks a bit glitchy, yeah. Yeah. Okay, we'll remove that. No need for it. Shorten this to 5 seconds. Should be pretty fast. That's a bit too fast, huh? I wonder if it has collision. So if I'm just standing here, am I just gonna get? I'll just get pushed out of the way. Huh? Sorry. So we'll keep it at like 15's about right. This feels about right. Like fast, but not too fast. I'm happy with that. So we'll keep that. Okay. So this is getting good. So we'll use this in place of our initial block. Where's our action right here? Where'd our add action go? Here it is. We will need a couple things though. So we don't need, these positions don't change, so we'll, I mean, I guess they might if like the destroyer's moving, but highly unlikely. Okay. So I want to take like the reversal, what we do with the reversal. This right here is like a captured position. So if I wanted to test like whether the helicopter is like near here or near here, when it's in the hangar, it's a much more reliable test. So we'll use this for like this position here for determining in or out, like world pause 2. So how to do this? So these need to be like public or like pub or global variables, so that they can be accessed in here in the per frame loop. So we'll change these, get rid of this block. I'll keep the set there thing for a moment. And we'll go end pause. I don't even need these two anymore. So we get that information on launch. Let's see what happens here. We go up to our door panel, our control box. Launch, out it comes. That looks good. Cool, very cool. If I hit this again, and it comes. We can do other stuff in here as well, like we can do like destroyer heli action text equals launch, or no, this would be like retract. Maybe someone will have a better word than retract, like what we're doing with the helicopter, and this will be like launch. We'll use that, and then go like US action set user action. Do it down here. Set user action text. I forget the syntax for that. So action object, action index, text menu. Okay. So object, set user action text, QS action, and then like this. So what this will do is, depending on where the helicopter is, it'll change like the text in the control, in the action menu here. So like, oh, it says launch. Oh, why did it say launch there? Maybe that's not correct. I don't know. Okay, there we go. So it went launch, but now it's backwards. Oops. So because like we're adding the action here, instead of the string, I can actually do something more fiddly. Love it, right? So we can actually go like what do I want to do? Retract, launch, select this right here. Distance, need world pause for that, so move world pause out there. Heli distance, okay. Heli distance is less than 10, so we'll flip that around. Retract, launch. Now if I go up to the thing, it should say launch. Nope. I'm just stupid, that's all. I had it right the first time. Okay. Now if I walk up here, it should say launch. But it's supposed to change. It's supposed to change it right there. Just didn't. It's alright. Less than 10. Retract and launch. Okay. Swap it around. Retract. So we'll probably handle this on the server. It's like the server is doing the movement. In that case, we'll use a variable. So mission namespace or helicopter namespace. We'll go mission namespace. So set variable QS destroyer something with the heli, just launch retract. Launching helo or helo launch. Heli launch. True. So we want it to be global. And then when this terminates here, we'll terminate that variable. We'll set it to false. That way we can use this variable to like block off user actions. So we'll keep it like that. Okay. So launch our heli. And we can use it for like if mission namespace variable false, exit with int heli is moving. And we can do stuff, yeah, heli is moving. So that means we can't like double actuate the launch param here. So look, if I go like this, like retract, and then I tried to do it again, it'll just give me a chat message saying that the heli's moving. So I can't launch it yet. Yeah, so that takes care of that. Launch. So now it's, yeah, cool, that's good. I can check other things here, like if interval greater than or equal to 1, or US heli. Just in case something bad happens to the helicopter. Then it terminates. Overall, though, I'm pretty encouraged by how well this is going. This clip seems useful. This clip value here, so 0, 1, and clip. So I wanna clip it. Let's see what happens if we just get rid of the interval value. Does it continue or does it? Yeah, whatever. Let's leave it. So it won't go above 1. What are those other values? Min 2, start 2 range. That's alright. Alright, so our block of code is coming along well. But there's some stuff to do first. We want to get like this nearest object right here. Nearest object like 0. And we want to give it like a variable name in the main files. System Chester, that. So what should we call that? Like hangar deck or something? We'll grab it, take it into our destroyer file. And in here, we have init. It's been a while since I've looked at this, so what? Interesting. Okay, so I already have done some stuff with it. To lower type of hull 04. We want to give this a variable name, so where's our carrier? Our carrier object, land destroyer object. So here we are here. So we want to go like, what do we want to do? I want to go like mission namespace get variable destroyer object, set variable destroyer hangar deck. Hangar door. Hangar doors. It's not accurate, like it's not the hangar doors, it's like a piece of the hull. Hangar door part. X. x leg 0. We'll go true on that, just to propagate it globally. That'll be our hangar door part. Save this bit of code first though. Where's our storage spot? Just up here. Hangar door part. This is used for animation phase of hangar door. Then what else do I want? I want to give a name to this interior part as well. So do I have interior? Is it interior 04? Type of cursor object, yeah. Interior 04. So that's our hangar door part there. Two lower type of goes equal to whatever. Give the interior part a name as well. Hangar interior. So variable hangar interior. Should I use like destroyer get variable, destroyer set variable, or just give it like a full mission namespace variable? I don't know. Destroyer hangar. This will be for attaching the add action to. Interior for attaching add action. And then what do we have for we got like closed door. So I still have this whole part of the script's a mess right now, but it's still sort of like getting information. Action. So what do I want to do in here? I want to go. Did they fix this to where it can accept code finally? I hope they did. Another name, code. Just string still. That's a pain. Okay. So system chat. Let's do this. want to do, actually I want to just like, I want to just do that again. Let's do this. Maybe like just UI events equals this. UI events set 0. Should be 0 type of this like 0. So this really, I want to replace like this here with like the type of sort of thing. And then just report the new values. So now it should be like a oops, type of array expected object. If I event set 0, type of this select 0, that's correct. Oh, yeah, not type of this, type of this select 0. Stupid. Once again, just stupid. Okay. This is better. So now it is that. So what can I do with, like right now what I'm trying to do is block the actuation of the doors while the heli is coming in and out. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm sort of like, we've got the groundwork in, and right now I'm just working on starting integration into the framework. So these are like integration steps I'm doing. So I'm like finding the systems that we have and plugging it in. This is like our script that would handle this sort of stuff. Just go down the bottom to if lower type of action target is equal to what? Where's our script gone? To lower type is equal to this. Then now we'll check for the variable that we set down here, the heli launch. If then so now this variable is true, it means like there's a heli action in motion. So we want to block that and then pop a message to the screen to say helicopter action in progress. Please wait. Helicopter. not action, it's not movement, it's not deployment, it's not retraction. What's the word there? Helicopter winch in use. Helicopter launch system. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call what I'm doing. I have no idea what we call it. Helicopter launch system. We'll just call it launch system, huh? In use, please wait. We'll open our doors. And then we're just gonna, yeah, so we come up here, got a new action for retract. Our helicopter slides in. So I have to check on both sides. So on the player's side, I have to make sure that they can't actuate this like close door button while the helicopter's moving. And then on the server side, I have to make sure that the scripts. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm happy with that. On the server side, I have to make sure that that can't happen. So that when it detects the door is closing at all, or that it's not fully open, that it just stops, or even like goes backwards. But going backwards is hard, so maybe we'll make it just stop. Yes, that's happening. Uh-oh. Open door. See this? I gotta make sure that this doesn't happen. Launch. I want the action to be there all the time. Like I don't want it to disappear when the heli is, or when the door is closed. I just want like a message to be popped. So maybe we'll go like I'm in the wrong script. Go here. Heli launch exit with, or so that variable is true, or if this returns true. Is this all it is? Just like an extra round bracket there? This is an awkward bit of code right here, like that little line. It's pretty awkward. I'll replace it eventually when this is closer to being finished. Player animation phase. This just returns a number, so we need to. What were we getting? What values were we getting before? So on each frame, silent, stir, that. So it's at 1 right now. So we don't want players to be able to do anything here if it's less than 1. Less than 1. Or just like is not equal to 1. Heli is moving or door is closed. Now we'll test this out. Oops, bug somewhere. Type any expected string. Type any expected string. Where did I F up? I can't see. I don't think I added any errors. I don't think I added any errors here. I think hanger still exists. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay. Add action type any expected string. Where did you expect string? Any true that. Retract launch, QS heli, world pause. Ah, I didn't drag world pause in. Okay. Okay. Super idiot. Okay. Now if we go up here, if we close the door, I should do it with cut text. Cut text is like closer to what we're going to be using. Go cut text and then swap out our text. So we'll see what happens now. So if I try, now the doors are closed. If I try to launch it, heli is, now you see the text there, yeah. Heli is moving or door is closed. Perfect. And even like, even when the door is opening, it should still say that until it's fully open. Now it will let it out. So that's like the client side thing. That's the client side bits. And then on the server, like this little thing here, this little block of code here, we're gonna get this to run on the server. Just for stability. Like if a player lags out, it means like the helicopter's not gonna go wonky. But we're just testing in the editor for now. So I want to end like at the end of this, I want to show like landing a helicopter on the deck, and then it getting moved inside, like instead of just this like set static helicopter. So that's what we're gonna do, and then the final culmination is a mission parameter for when the destroyer is selected, for being able to start the helicopter in here and deploying it out, or just starting it in here always, just for fun, so the deck's clear. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll just like change the default start position to in here. Now we'll do the server bit. So the server has to check for the door opening and closing. So we'll take our nice little line of code here, and we will drop it in there as like a termination for it, as like a termination condition. Put some lazy evaluation around it. And we'll try again. So this time I'm going to close the doors while it's moving. And see what happens. So we'll go, actually I'll make sure it's all added. So I'll launch it, and then I'll close the doors, and it should stop. Sweet. We have to test doors closed. Let's open the door. So we'll retract our helicopter, and then we'll wait till it's like in the way, and then we'll close the door. Now what happens? Not good stuff. Okay. Not good. Oh shit. Fuck. Okay, that happened. Now I'm like stuck. Okay. Yes. So there are problems. Now what? Okay, we'll start again. We'll open our doors. Maybe this is like a good thumbnail for the video right here. So like, good thumbnail right there. Take a screenshot. It should just be as easy as, yeah, fixed. So we have to stop the doors from, that is definitely a key part of this. So that should never happen because there's going to be two layers. There's going to be one layer on the player, so they can't use the door close while the heli's moving. And then on the server side, when it detects the door closing, it'll stop the heli. And there will be like it'll be possible for like network traffic or bandwidth or lag to like allow in two requests. So like the server, it'll allow like the player to push the button and like actuate the doors. Sometimes like when the heli's in progress, but it'll be close to the start anyways. Like it'll be up here where you'll have issues, or out here, not in the middle. That's okay. I'm not worried about that. We'll change the heli's starting position right now, actually. Like that. Actually, that's a problem as well. Anyway, problem for a later day. So how are we looking? We got our interval. 15 seconds is about right. What's next? What's the next bit? How's this action looking? I'll change it to just like please wait. Or like busy. I like single word UI text. Like players hate to read stuff. So you'll notice a lot of like the action menu stuff that I do. It's all just like a single word, like release or carry, or like I don't use a lot of text in the action menu. Usually just a single word. Same with this, like just use busy for that. Two lower, if heli launch, then busy. I mean that works. Can I be more precise than that? Like, what other data do we have about that add action? User type, closed door, action. Not much, eh? What's this like 0.397 thing? I don't even know what that is, that number there. We'll have a look. So text and then something. What even is it? Text action priority? Interesting. Like built in is action priority. What are these doors? Because what's gonna happen is they won't be able to use these doors either while the heli's moving. Okay, so they've changed the priority a little. Open door 40. 4.399. 4. What's this one? Oh shoot. 3994. And then this over here is 397. 0.397. 0.398. Interesting. Okay. I can use those numbers. 0.397 and 0.398. I just hope they don't change them. Because we want to be able to use those side doors while this is working. I'll come into the script here down the bottom. .398, and it's action priority. So if you lower that, and action priority in one of those values. This is some weird like hard-coded stuff, but it allows us to differentiate between like which door is which. So it's one of those like, what does that mean? Don't ask sort of things. The action priority that's like hard-coded into the hangar doors. And this will allow us to like still use like this door over here while the rest is happening. So if I was to go like this, so launch and retract. No. Close door. Oops. Oh no. No. Open door. Okay, cool. We just saved it again. Maybe we also want to force the door to stay open. Like an extra layer of security. What would it be? So where's my animate source? Let's get the heli out of the way. Animate source. This. I haven't checked animate source in a while. What the arguments are for it. Animate source 1 less than or equal to 0. Number greater than 1. See what this does. So we'll let it in. Close our door when we're able. Close that. Oops. So animate door 1, and then what was it? It was like number greater than 0 is the speed multiplier. So 1, 1, something. Let's see what happens here. Should be a multiplier. Yeah, okay. Whoa, okay. That only opens half. 2. 2 and 1. That's so, yeah, okay, fair enough. Why is it stuck? 0. 1 and 0. 0 and 0. 1 and 0. 5. Why is it only open to there? Oh, they're like successive. Oh my gosh. They're like successive animations. That's a pain. So they're like. Just layered animations there. It's like each one of these doors is like a different animation. Ugh. Well. Well. Okay. Well, it seems to be. This is a good start. There's a function for opening these doors though. I've seen it before. It's in our destroyer system here. What is this though? This one false. X like 0 is okay, cool. I think I understand. So if I go back to our script, our function, and then just drop it in here. So the door's closed. Maybe I'll just call this function and it will open them again. Ah, that copy to clipboard thing. So take this. Execute the function. And it opens. I'll execute it again. And again. And again. So it keeps playing the noise, which could be inconvenient. But what this means is we can force the door to stay open. So instead of terminating, we can also just like wrap that like in a condition. You can go if then just like that. That way the door will like force itself open until the action's complete, which like sidesteps a lot of crap we might have to do. So if I retract it and then I close the door, sort of nothing happens. That like blocks the door from closing. I wonder what that function does. It's like where's that function? Destroyer, animate, hanger doors. I just want to get rid of that sound. Why am I in the carrier section? Jets. Destroyer. Play hanger door sound. Does it operate hanger doors? Destroyer 1, animate hanger doors. I just don't see that. Animate hanger doors, there we go. This is a subfunction. Eden object user actions. Hanger door sound. Not animation is instant. I want instant animation. True. So we can avoid the sound if we just set it to true. We'll just go True. The door will force... I'll still be able to like create sound on this action, but that'll be blocked generally once once the script is moving. Like I can what can I do now? I can actually implement a bit more of it now. So I'll go the action this or call QS FNC test, then in QS FNC test, steal some of this script, params. She'll take the variable blow as well. I'm just setting up a bit more of the user action functionality here, just to test that I'm unable to actuate certain things. To lower that, action priority, action target, QSC test. Okay. This should give me the busy notification when the helicopter is coming out. Launch, close door, busy, and I can't close the door at all. And then if I was to close the door, the helicopter would stop. So if I retract, I can't retract because heli is moving or door is closed. Now that I do that, come in, retract. Okay. Now I can close door, busy. Go. Alright, this is coming along. You have to do this stuff for multiplayer because players are just they just try to do everything. Like they'll try to crush helicopters with the doors, like crack them like walnuts, troll with them, etc. So you have to do stuff like this. Well, that's okay. I have plenty of experience with this sort of stuff, so not a big deal. Okay, that test was good. We'll just get rid of that. What's next? What is next? There's a few things. Like we have to like we're using like a set heli, like heli, QS heli. But we have to detect any helicopter. Like any helicopter that lands here has to be detected. Why is that? That is triggering how it's not centered right there. That is triggering. That is a grievous sin right there. I wonder why they did that. In light of how close this is to the railing on this side. It's so close to the railing on this side that I start to wonder why the helipad there is off center. Whatever. So this stuff's all working. Launch. Heli comes out. Now what? What do I need to do? I need to Good question. This is the destroyer system. The boat racks, where are the helicopters? Helicopter is down here. Yeah, here it is. Model to worlds. Set pause world. That's gonna do a set pause world. I just have to think. That's the default helicopter. We can spawn it. Do we almost have to? Do we have to like detect helicopters? Like we have to detect. Like what if there's multiple helicopters? Like what if there's a helicopter there? Like what if there's a helicopter in here? And a player lands their helicopter on the deck. Then we need to handle that. Like we need to make sure that this won't happen. You don't want this. Yeah. I don't want that to happen. Sorry, Hilo. Okay. So what do I have to do to deal with that? I have to detect helicopters and make sure that the route is clear. This is where it gets a bit silly in complexity. So I have to do like a Yeah, there's some work to do with this system, obviously, like if I have to deal with stuff like that. The goal is that player can land on the deck and then get their heli inside. Or have a heli inside and send it out. So I'll write it down. I'll write this down at least. So need to work. Why is that like that? Should be red. Need to work on collision detection and prevention. What if there are two helicopters on the deck? On the ship helipad. And one inside already. See, there's one inside. If there's a helicopter inside, it'll be, we can do it with variables to be like, alright, helicopter's been retracted, there's probably a heli inside. And then block it based on a variable. Like block any further actions. Like should we allow a heli to come out here if there's like another helicopter already out here? I don't know. I don't know how to deal with this. What do you think? Should be check two different positions. So we're checking like a so like do a position check. So like, so what happens if we have like a radius here, like a radius that encompasses the whole area, and the script detects two helicopters? Then what? I'm almost of a mind that we should allow players just to do stupid stuff. And like if there's a helicopter here, just let it happen. Like let them, maybe that's like a. I don't want to create like an administrative headache. Like if there's something out here. If there's something here, do I want this button, this launch button, to work? And we do it in here, like we do it at the console here, so it'd be in the launch action. So we could run a check, but we have to capture like which helicopter is inside. Like the script has to know which helicopter is in here, or like has been retracted. So we can easily do that with like in the script section. Do that with like if this is our heli, it'd be like heli set variable, or maybe like QS ship set variable, helicopter in storage or whatever, and then that way like the ship, there's a variable attached to the ship of like a helicopter that's been moved in here. And then to move in, like, what if I want to move this helicopter in? We have to do like a position check on the helipad. So we'd have to like do a position check on the helipad. How would it know to deploy and retract? We would have to know that there's a helicopter out there, and that it's, oh my gosh, now there's all sorts of stuff. See, what if the helicopter's too big? Like, what if it's like, what if it's just too big? It shouldn't be able to go in there. Now I have to get like suitable helicopter types. It's almost easier just to use like the helicopter that spawns with the ship. To just use that helicopter. Oops. Okay, that happened. So maybe it's best just to use like a captured set helicopter for this system. It's gonna respawn in here, right? But at the same time, I want like a dynamic system, so like players can land helicopters here and move them in. That almost feels like work for another day. Like detect helicopters in here. So I'll write that down as like further continuation. So like static system with one preset helicopter versus dynamic system, which can handle any helicopter landing on deck. Yeah, something like that. Like in vanilla, it's not too big a deal. Like there's not many helicopters that can fit. So yeah, with vanilla, there's not too much to worry about. Yeah, so see, this would be in like an action condition. I'm just wondering how it would be applied as well. So you'd want like, I only want one action. Like I don't want to deploy and retract. So there's one action. If there's a heli in there, like in the hold, it gets a variable, and then we can give it like, we can say, all right, launch, if all that's true. And then if there's not a helicopter in here managed, then we're scanning the helipad area for suitable helicopters. And then if we find one, then we give the retract option. So that seems reasonable. Yeah, that seems reasonable. So that means we're just getting like 4 points. So I need like as an overhead, I need like basically this square here, or maybe even just this circle. So like if a hummingbird lands on the corner, because I see this a lot when I do missions with the ship. Players land like on the corners, like dropping off players, like infiltrators. Like sometimes they land up here, like up on the other deck, which is fine. I don't mind that. And then sometimes they're landing like here. But maybe we just tighten up the detection so it's like just this ring right here. Like it won't see this helicopter, it'll just see one that's here. How far is that detection range? So it's like, how far are we? About 7-meter detection range. Yeah, we can do that. And then, so we'll get our helipad position. I think I already have a helipad position. Let's check the destroyer script. Like this, this is the framework script for spawning the heli. I'm almost certain that I've configured a helipad. No, really? Have I not put a helipad down? Or helipad area? I did on the aircraft carrier for AI landings. But I guess I didn't do it here. Strange. So we'll go ahead and do that. We're gonna so we can fit 2 hummingbirds in here. Oh man, this is getting complex now. It's almost like configuring like vehicle cargo, like making the this vehicle cargo area, and then like the load or unload action out there. That sounds badass. Actually, they should have done that in vanilla, not left it up to us to do this. That sounds cool, having like 2 in here. Hummingbirds, I think people should be able to fly them in themselves. Like it's not safe, obviously, but it's certainly certainly doable to, I know what you mean though, to have like a second helicopter like in here, sort of. There isn't really much room for more than one. Like the rotors start to clip. I'm just gonna do one. Like if once this is like published, you feel free to do whatever you like. Make it suitable for two. Um, but that sounds hard, so I'm just gonna stick to one. There's not much room. It would have to be just two hummingbirds. And then you'd have to you'd have to be like launch the first one and then launch the second one. No, that's too hard for me. Straight up, too hard. I don't have the skill to do that. I'm wondering if because they've been changing vehicle cargo stuff. I'm almost wondering if it's possible to configure vehicle cargo areas. So we'll get our starting point out here. And we'll save that. So this is our starting point. Not quite though. Like whatever. It's as good as any. Close enough, huh? We'll go copy to clipboard stir QS ship world 2 model git pause ASL cursor object. And now we have our helipad position. Is that? So that's our helipad position. Right there. We'll go to detection range. About 10 high, so now we're gonna get rid of this helicopter, so we'll go. So we're gonna cut loose now. That was our like editor spawn captured helicopter and everything. But we're going to do it dynamically now. So we'll try with a Hellcat. We're just going for it, right? Like we're just going for it. I'm gonna make it invincible. We'll go. Yeah, folding props on helis would be nice. Earlier on, like in early Arma, you could like set damage to the rotors and they'd almost disappear. I have a really early like bug test video with that, like years ago. Okay. Okay, so that a lot of damage false. Now we're gonna bang out some script. So we go get our helipad position. Head down to the bottom. So what helicopter? Maybe a function, right? Actually, we'll just get the code working first. So helipad pause equals model to world that. Private list equals near entities. And what's our near entities stuff? Position 2D. Yeah, this should work. So it's just because it's way above terrain height. That's what I'm wondering. That's alright. Position AGL. We're over water. I'm not sure some of this will work. ASL to AGL. Get pause ASL. I might have to do something like this. ASL to AGL. Helipad pause. Near entities. Air, and then what was it, 10? So that's our range. Master list. Let's see what we get, huh? A little bit of code to detect a heli there. There it is. Got our helicopter. So I'll move this up to our handy dandy script. This is wrong now. Select this little bit saying like if there's a heli in the hold, but we don't actually know that heli's not there. Player can add vehicle to list and take it. I don't know, like all those garage and like weapon store menu stuff. Like I'm not good with that stuff. There should be some garage scripts on like it's a very popular request. I see a lot of people playing with that like built-in garage function, trying to do things with it. So I'm sure there's like pretty skilled scripters who've actually done good stuff with it. I'm not one of them though. I don't know much about spawning stuff like that. So we got our list. Instead of heli, that we'll have to do like a variable. So if cast ship get variable US destroyer heli in, it's not storage, it's like in hangar. Hangar heli. Okay, I'm starting to get an idea for this. So US ship select not is null. Get variable US destroyer hangar heli. Okay, so if this is not null, yeah, okay. We are making progress. Interval helicopter and storage is basically what this variable is. So where can how do I'm confused. So I need to make these global I need to make this global. What was it? If start pause is equal to the inside pause, then that means we've released the vehicle from storage, so we can set our storage variable to null. Keep it false for now. Else, when it closes, now we have a new helicopter. So I'll still give it a name, except if, and we have to filter for select alive X. If don't want to use an empty list, equals list select 0. Okay, so we still got our QS heli. Using a bit of code to like search for a helicopter on deck. Select alive X. Take the first from the list. Go heli allow damage false, and then when we release it from the hangar, we'll go like allow damage true once it's outside. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure that this code will work. There's probably an error somewhere. I've gone so fast. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get this heli that just appeared there, that we just put there, to come inside. How about that? Okay, we're making progress. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, I'm very happy. Okay, that's for if is no if is null hanger heli. Then we do this. Else heli equals hanger heli. If not alive, exit with. Now what does this look like? It should just roll out. Oh, give me the launch action. Okay. Well, it's still doing its thing. That's alright. So we've made good progress just now with dynamics. We've just made very good progress. Retract. We also want to use to see this like emergency button right here, like the emergency stop button. I want to add um like I want an emergency stop button here for like stopping in case like a helicopter lands while the thing's coming out. So we'll get rid of this. Should we? All right, just gonna toss it overboard, and then we're gonna try again. So we'll get a crappy little one, civilian. Put it on deck. Retract. How about that? How cool is this? So we've come quite far with this dynamics. And launching takes priority over retracting. So say there's like another helicopter like up here. So there's another one. This is gonna cause problems. How can I like how can I what can I do about this? What do you, oh, like press buttons like this emergency stop thing? Yeah, that'd be awesome. You can almost do that, like, I could find the precise, with enough time and effort, I could find the precise position of that button. That is possible. Like, you'd have to put like a little invisible object, and then check that the player is looking at the invisible object. But I don't get into that much detail with anything. Like I'm not really into those sort of details. I just sort of focus on it there, not little buttons. Yeah, so we have to manage that stuff. Just send them both overboard. I like doing this. We also have to filter for allowable helicopter types. That's a pretty easy task, though. I mean, it almost fits. It fits to like there, just the tip. And then this is too far. Yeah, it's not happy. So we will filter. I'll put that on my like to-do list. Filter for allowable helicopter types. Hard code key positions such as position, no need to get model to world each frame. Okay. There's like a little to-do list for later. I'm not going to be able to finish everything tonight. But we'll get a fair bit done. Yeah, we could do a simple like check to make sure it's clear. And that is probably the easiest way. Like that's probably what we'll do. What's going through my mind though is like Like, so someone's already pressed the launch button, and then there's some other guy like some other guy is coming in for a landing right at that time. Um, a simple check wouldn't hurt, like a basic like to make sure, like a way. That's why I mean like a way to cancel, like um, so you hit this and then realize there's something out there, like oh shit, like oops, and then you try to stop it, but there's no way to stop it. And then I'm thinking about like, okay, if it stops, like if you do emergency stop and it's right here, um, we don't we don't want the doors to be able to close, or we don't want the player to close the doors. So how do we deal with that? Yeah, just fun stuff, huh? Um, yeah, we could do yeah, like you can see the top of the bounding box here. I can do like the top. I can find like this point here. I can find this little point here easily enough. Well, what helicopters do we even have? Do we have like a CSAT? Check out the Orcas. See what obviously the Taru is not going in. The Orca. Let's check. Like, there's only gonna be a few helicopters that fit in. Looks like that fits. I mean, we can check. We'll use our newfound brilliant script and just check. That looks okay. I'm happy with that. Yeah, like I want it to be dynamic as well. Um, in my mind, uh, like what I'm thinking about is creating like this runs like the framework runs like Invade Annex by default, but like what if it just runs like a public Zeus mode? Um, so a public Zeus server where like everyone spawns on the destroyer. Um, maybe the admin doesn't necessarily want like a ghost hawk. Maybe they want like a modded heli, like a UH-60 or whatever. Um, I mean, this bounding box is actually clipping. That's the problem right there. See, the bounding box is like up in the ceiling. But I don't mind this helicopter. It's like, it's fine. Yeah, so I'm imagining like a public Zeus server or like a modded Zeus server running this framework where like the players start on the destroyer and like everyone has their briefing right here, and then they got their heli and they got their boats out here, and they do missions, Zeus missions. Um, that's why I want it to be dynamic. I don't just want like the ghost hawk. I want like a number of assets to work, and like say their helicopter goes down in the field, and then Zeus spawns them another heli. I want that to be able to finish the mission inside. Those are like the all the possibilities, so it's better if it's dynamic. Um, yeah, bounding box. I mean, this one's clipping, just clipping the roof. So the bounding box would fail, but the helicopter's okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. Like, I'm not sure when. Like, maybe after next update, I'll work on a public Zeus um game mode. Like with all the same like features, like the role selection and the arsenal, and the AI is all gonna be there. but it just won't be running Invade Annex. It'll just be running public Zeus. Yes, that's a possibility as well. And then like the admin can set it up so like yeah, people spawn on the aircraft carrier or they spawn on the destroyer or both or whatever. That's definitely in the cards. That's why I'm doing stuff like this. Like no one uses this stuff in like people who play Invade Annex, they don't usually use the destroyer. Usually only maybe like the UAV operator to use the MLRS or the artillery. But people don't normally spawn on here, so this is not for Invade Annex really, it's for like a Zeus mode. This is okay. We'll do Orca, Ghost Hawk. Yeah, it's possible to get model height. You just like with a script you do like array cast. And it'll intersect. So you like do a beam like an intersection check from like a line directly above the middle, and then aim it down, and then it'll return the position of the first intersection would be like here. But then sometimes you get like the tail sticking up. I don't know. So what other helis do we have? There's not many. AF has the Hellcat for sure. That's like a Navy helicopter. It's born to spawn out there. That's why it's so low. Civilians just have the M900. CSAT's got the Orca. Take the Orca. CSAT's got the Orca. NATO's got a few things. Also, this is like in the back of my mind too. This annoying thing. Oh, never mind. Like the UAV helicopter. That's okay. So all the Hummingbird variants, like all these ones. Ghost Hawk. That might be about it. Yeah, this one too. Blackfoot. That's got a spawn in there too. So we'll actually try. We'll try the Blackfoot. Definitely got to get this one spawning in there. I'm not sure if the Mohawk will. I think it's a bit big. We'll try it though. Mohawk. I think it's a bit. I mean, it is a Navy helicopter, but I mean, look at it. It's huge. Look at the size of this thing. It covers the deck. It's not going in there. It's like even like where the bounding box is coming up to. Nah. So we'll try the see how this thing looks. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, so we're gonna be making this dynamic since we're so close to having it already. There is a default helicopter that spawns with the ship. Like if I go close door and then retract, heli is moving, door is closed. Yeah, open door. Open the door, retract, close the door, busy. So yeah, we're gonna be making it as dynamic as we can. But then inside there's the like there is a default helicopter that spawns with the ship. We'll probably make it spawn inside now. Instead of it spawns outside like on the helipad. But we'll try making it spawn inside. So we'll change the starting position. Get our like how fast it goes in and out, like how long it takes. I feel like there's like if we just US what should we call it? Mission namespace, get variable US speed 15. So we can demonstrate here by changing the speed of it. So we'll just show this off. And that is US speed. We'll do 15 seconds here. So it should take about 15 seconds to deploy. I think that's about 15 seconds. Feels like shorter. But we can speed it up, so we can already do that pretty US speed equals say 5. And then we'll retract it. That seems pretty fast though. That's, in my opinion, that's too quick. And if you do like 30, but this is probably more real life speed right here. This is probably what it would go in real life. But we like a bit more speed than this. So yeah, we'll do the ghost talk. What else? Make it dynamic. What do I have to do in that? I have to get the interior position. This is our inside pause. Where's my script gone? Destroyer. So this is the position to change here. I'm just looking at this value here, the 10.9. And now it's 8.8. I might have to do like 10.9379. 10.9379. Okay, that's our spawn pause for the helicopter inside, like the default one that comes with it. We also have to set some variables here for that one. So it's going to be like the hangar heli, whatever you call it. So we'll go here. So when it spawns, it will be it will become the this variable. What did I have? I had ship. So destroyer object, set variable hangar heli this. And we'll set the variable to true, should we? Yeah, we'll set it to true for now. Set to false on build release. if not needed, true. Yeah, it'll be fun. Like we'll do that now. We'll test that stuff now. We'll delete this helicopter. I think we just have to, if we go back to the editor, and then we like rotate the ship. Oops, I left a piece behind. I'm not sure what this is about. Don't ask. No idea. I do not know. That's weird. Trippy. So we'll like we're repositioning it. I wonder if I like delete. Does that stay there? Yeah, it stays there. Stupid. Let's go static ships. So just face it like a different direction, like that way. Oh, it's gone now. Great. So spawn on deck. If I can find us, there she is. We'll spawn by the door, huh? Okay. Should just be enough there. We'll put our action on. Just like this. Okay, we got our action, I think. Maybe not. Ah, I didn't name it, that's why. Oops. I gotta name it like QS ship. Yeah, everything I do is like built for dynamic use. I don't do anything I don't do static stuff. All of this is like procedural sort of. Hanger, okay. What was the hanger? Hanger is like okay. So we add the action now. So now we got our action back. We'll toss a there's all sorts of like checks you have to do. You have to make sure that the helicopter's empty. That it's off. All sorts of stuff has to be checked first. I'll open our door. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. That's some editor thing. That's weird. So we'll see if why is it doing that? Stupid I don't know. It didn't like respawning the ship twice. We'll save our stuff. Actually, yeah, I got this like extra piece of the ship here. That's so dumb. We'll try going back in, see what happens. I'm curious to see what happens with spawning it in like this too. Where's our guy at? Where's our guy? I don't know. So I need a player, get our static ship. That's facing north, and then we'll just face it like, that way, whatever. So you just have to, like, we have to name the ship. Like, US ship. I'm wondering if turning it has like host issues. Yeah, look at that. This is like editor issues. It's like spawned a second ship. My stuff works better than the editor. This is stupid. That works fine. But yeah, it does. It's all. See if I can go. No. Oh. Oops. I don't know. There's something wrong with like rotating the ship in the editor. It does not like that at all. It likes to be like placed gently. It likes to just be placed. I think you have to execute some function to spin it. Anyways, yeah, it's all dynamic. It all uses like procedurally gathered positions and directions and stuff. What's next? So, hardcode key positions. I can get a list of helicopters that'll work now. Just like vanilla list on some flat ground. What do we got? We got NATO. I also want to do like the drone heli, that one. Heli, go, hummingbird. I think they both have the same base class. Let's have a look. Heli Light 01 base, and then this one is Heli Light 01 base. Yeah, so they both got the same base class. So I just need one of them. Blackfoot and Ghost Hawk. There's a few NATO ones. I think AAF has the Hellcat. CSAT has the Orca. That should be about it. So I get the base classes for all these. It's probably an easier way than what I do. Yeah, I should have just typed it in there. So I just want like the base class here. So dynamic loadout UAV 03 base. This one maybe. Whatever. Let's use this. No, it's too tall. Tower is way too tall. It like blows up if you put it in the ship. Which is fine by me. I don't less work to have to do that. So those ones, and then just these two, huh? It's kind of heli light 03 base. Get our Orca. And then I should change this one up here to the real base class. It's like UAV 03 base F. So we'll change that. Okay. Where's our near entities check? So we'll just test this. Should be fine. Should be fine. Air. Instead of air, we'll do like replace it with a list of stuff. Okay, where are we at? Delete that ship. Ships are cursed. This one instead. Got it. There it is. US ship. And then US hangar. Add our stuff. What is going on here? What did we do to the editor, man? We broke something. It's like something's broken. I don't know what we did. Players can already unload boats. Actually, let's go to let's actually launch the server. Yeah, players can already unload boats. You're a bit behind the times. I've already worked on all that stuff. Make sure there's a mission there. There's not. Okay. Open up the main mission. And we're just gonna launch the my destroyer works better than the editor's destroyer. I don't have janky issues like that double door. My stuff just works. There is going to be a helicopter spawning. Maybe that's a problem. Yeah, we'll actually get rid of that helicopter. Drop the server. CFG parameters. Destroyer vehicles, basic full. Go 1 for boats only. And then we'll kick the server up. Just to see what happens. Yeah, I was thinking about restarting the game. I'm a bit lazy. I don't want to go to Arma yet, though. It probably is some UI namespace stuff with the ship from trying to spin it without the right function call, but I'm just a bit lazy. So I'm going to keep this quick. I'm just going to go in here and see what we can see here. I'm not sure it'll work. So we spawn on our destroyer. Got arsenal and everything. Medical box. So we'll open our doors. See, mine just works. I don't know about the editor's destroyer, but mine's just better. It even comes with like guns and stuff. Okay, so we're going to first bring a helicopter over. So we'll get our helicopter up. Whoa, okay. I forgot about stuff like this. Activate. That's good enough. Okay. I'm not sure if I'll be able to put this add action on. Where's my script? So I just use different variable names. So it's destroyer object is what I use. Whereas in the editor I was just using a ship. I have to change some of this stuff. Change all this. And then what else? Hangar, that's the one. I want this to eventually run on the server. So, but for now, having it just work on player will hopefully be enough. So I'll execute this. Ew, okay. My debug console doesn't like comments. Too lazy to fix that. Okay. So do I have the action? I do. Check the doors. Doors work. A moment of truth. Moment of truth. West instead of blue 4? What's that? What's the difference? Retract. Oh baby, look at that. This is live on server. First live tests after a couple hours of design. That works fine. So we just created a helicopter and dynamically put it in. I think if I like, we'll just discard that one, just get rid of it, and do another one. So I'll spawn another one somewhere over on terrain. So we're just gonna try another, just because. Get rid of that one. Yeah, when I spawn assets with Zeus, they're spawned like simulation disabled just for performance reasons. Like if they're empty. Ow, that hurt. Yeah, I don't think I've ever used the blue 4 command. Alright, so that should be good. We're just gonna come over and try again. This is like dynamic, like pretend this helicopter flew here, like a normal person. And then they want to retract it into the hangar to end the mission or whatever. Then we can do this. Can I close the doors? No, because we're busy. Yes, that's very cool. So helicopter's in. Stationary, let's close the doors. Alright, I think that is going to actually wrap up this little session. We made some good progress. Like, we got done. Oh yeah, someone was asking about the boats. We're gonna have to show the oh yeah, west-east resistance. Yeah. We're gonna have to show the boats. Like, you're way behind, bro. Like, You see these things here? Like, yeah, I went through this stuff like a while ago to make sure all this worked. And even like, it's even fully functional. So those little like cribs up there, they repair the boats. Like you drive around, you do a mission, and then you come up here and there's like a recover boat action. Let's just gotta get to a stop. Recover boat. And the boat gets up in here. So the boats are fully functional. The boats retract just fine. It's just now we're doing the same thing with this cargo bay. So I'm pretty excited about this. I'm happy with the progress you made. That it like looks functional on a live server. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna end this dev stream here, and we'll pick it up again tomorrow, for sure. And we'll finish off this script. It shouldn't take too long. Maybe a couple hours just to bring it up to like gold standard, quote unquote, and then we'll move back to some AI work. But this was a nice little aside, a nice little break from working on AI and stuff. And yeah, that looks fucking awesome. Dude, like having stuff like this is why I enjoy Arma scripting still. No, the crane doesn't animate like the crane up here, you mean? Yeah, no. Talk to the guys who did the ships. Who made the ships for that. I didn't. Like I put the guns on here and stuff and do all this, but none of that stuff. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I gotta do other stuff. I will catch you later. Catch you tomorrow.